Time. It's the one thing that seems to slip through our fingers like grains of sand, always in motion, never waiting. And yet, the paradox of time is that it's not the clock that determines success or failure. It's not the years or the milestones that shape who you become. It's the decisions you make, the actions you take, and above all, the will to rise and take control of your life. We often believe that with age comes wisdom, that the years must be counted to measure our growth, our journey, our potential. But what if I told you that age has nothing to do with it? What if I told you that the true measure of a person's power lies in their will, their willingness to transform, to persevere, to push past every obstacle, and create a life they've always dreamed of? The truth is, your age, your past, your circumstances, none of that matters when you truly understand this. The greatest weapon you possess is your willpower. It is the engine that drives you forward when everything else tells you to stop. It's what turns a vision into reality and a dream into tangible success. Let's look at the story of every great individual who has ever made an impact on this world. They weren't defined by their age. They weren't constrained by the limitations that others tried to impose on them. They were driven by a single, unrelenting force, their will. Take a moment to reflect on the journey of people like Benjamin Franklin, who became a man of great influence in his later years, or the brilliant work of Leonardo da Vinci, who, despite the passage of time, continued to create masterpieces well into his old age. The common thread? Their unwavering will to make a difference. Now you might be thinking, but I'm not them. I'm not some historical figure. I don't have that same kind of genius or opportunity. And I'll tell you this, you don't need to be them to achieve greatness. You don't need a grand title or a prestigious lineage. What you need is the will to push past your own self-imposed limitations, the courage to step into your own greatness, and the belief that the life you want to build is within your reach, regardless of your age. It begins with your attitude. Your attitude is the lens through which you view the world, and more importantly, it's the lens through which you view yourself. If you see yourself as bound by time, bound by the years that have passed, then you've already set limitations on your potential. But if you see yourself as limitless, as someone who has the power to reinvent, to change, to grow, then time becomes irrelevant. Time is a tool, not a barrier. It can either be your ally or your enemy, depending on how you choose to see it. Consider your communication. In a world driven by information, how you communicate, both with others and with yourself, has a profound impact on your ability to succeed. The words you speak shape your reality. When you speak doubt, you sow the seeds of limitation. When you speak belief, you plant the foundation for success. But more than anything, the way you communicate with yourself, the way you talk to yourself in those quiet moments when no one else is listening, is the key to unlocking your true potential. Ask yourself, what are the words that echo in your mind each day? Are they words of empowerment, of vision, of strength? Or do you hear the whispers of doubt, of fear, of the belief that you're too old, too late, too far gone? You are never too old to change. You are never too far along in life to start again. The truth is, it's not about the years you've lived. It's about what you choose to do with the years you still have. It's about the will to make today, the day you start living fully, without hesitation, without regret. And then there's self-discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your success. It's what separates those who talk about change from those who actually create it. It's what pushes you to act when you don't feel like it, to stay the course when the road gets tough, and to keep moving forward when everything inside you says to give up. The will to succeed is worthless without the discipline to back it up. You must be willing to do the work, to show up every day, and to commit to the process even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's not the days when you feel motivated that define your success. It's the days when you don't feel like doing anything at all, but you show up anyway. It's the quiet moments when no one is watching, when the struggle feels overwhelming, yet you keep moving forward, step by step, inch by inch. That's where the magic happens. That's where the transformation begins. Mindset is another pillar of success. Your mindset is the set of beliefs that shape your reality. It's the internal framework through which you interpret your experiences and make sense of the world. A fixed mindset sees obstacles as barriers, while a growth mindset sees them as opportunities. A fixed mindset believes that talent and success are predetermined, while a growth mindset believes that with effort and learning, anything is possible. If you want to break free from the constraints of age, from the limitations of the past, you must adopt a growth mindset. You must believe that every experience, every setback, every failure is merely a stepping stone on the path to your success. Age is irrelevant in this process because growth doesn't stop until the day you stop deciding to grow. The will to grow, to learn, to evolve, that is what defines you. And no matter where you are in life, you can choose to keep growing. The greatest mistake you can make is thinking that time is running out. Time does not run out until you stop using it. As long as you're breathing, you have the power to change. You have the power to make your mark on this world, regardless of the stage of life you're in. Remember, success isn't about what you have, it's about who you are becoming. And that process, that evolution, is driven by your will. The will to do better, to be better, to live better. It's the will that fuels every successful person. Every person who has ever created something remarkable. Every person who has ever left a legacy. It's not about the years you've lived, but the way you live them. Are you living with intention, with purpose, with power? Or are you merely going through the motions, waiting for time to dictate your fate? The will to succeed is something that lives inside of you, waiting to be awakened. It is never too late to start. It is never too late to become the person you were meant to be. Your will is the most powerful tool you have in this life. And when you choose to harness it, when you decide to act on it, there is no limit to what you can achieve. So don't wait. Don't let age or time or fear hold you back any longer. You have the will, and with it, you have everything you need to create the life you deserve. Step forward, with confidence, with power, and with the knowledge that your greatest achievements are still ahead of you. Age is not important. What matters is the will. And as long as you have that, the best is yet to come. Now, as you stand on the precipice of your next great leap, there's something you must truly understand. The world does not reward you for your potential. It doesn't care about your dreams or your aspirations unless you are willing to act on them. Time doesn't stop for anyone. It doesn't pause to allow you to catch your breath or gather your courage. It marches on, indifferent, relentless. But you have the power to keep up with it, to bend it to your will. The key is in your hands. You've been given everything you need to succeed, not just by chance, but by design. Your mind, your heart, your body, they are all equipped to rise above the challenges, to face adversity and not just survive it, but thrive through it. But here's the truth. The vast majority of people let the passage of time define their course. They allow their past, their regrets, their age to become the limits of their future. They wait for the right time, the right moment, the perfect conditions. But that moment, that time, it never comes unless you make it. You can't wait for circumstances to align because they never will. You must create those conditions yourself, not through waiting, but through action, through commitment, through the unwavering will to push forward in the face of the unknown. Now, let's consider this idea of mastery. There's a concept many people believe, that mastery is reserved for the gifted, the exceptional, the naturally talented. They say, I wasn't born with the gift of talent, I wasn't born with the ability to achieve great things, and they stop there. But mastery, real mastery, isn't about talent at all. It's about persistence. It's about doing the work, day in and day out. It's about looking at each failure as a lesson and using each setback to fuel your progress, not as an excuse to quit. The will to succeed, to master your craft, to push through failure, is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who watch greatness from the sidelines. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you stand back up, how many times you say to yourself, I will not quit. I will keep going. Never listen. And as you keep going, your confidence will grow, your abilities will strengthen, and your results will speak for themselves. There is no substitute for the effort you put in. There is no shortcut to success. But there is an undeniable truth. If you want it, if you truly desire it, you will find the way. We must talk about commitment. Commitment is where many people falter. They begin with enthusiasm, a burst of energy that fades as quickly as it came. The fire they start with burns bright, but it doesn't burn long. Commitment is what ensures you don't quit when the excitement wanes, when the momentum slows down, when obstacles arise. It's not about doing something when it's easy, it's about doing it when it's hard, when no one is watching, when doubt creeps in, and when every fiber of your being tells you to stop. Commitment is the ability to stay the course, to hold firm to your vision despite the challenges, to continue moving even when the path isn't clear. It's a promise you make to yourself to never give up, to always give your best, no matter how many setbacks you face. That's what it means to live with intention. And that's what it takes to succeed. And this brings us to one of the most important principles in life, the ability to master your emotions. Most people are ruled by their emotions. They let their feelings dictate their actions, and as a result, their decisions are often reactive rather than proactive. They react to fear, to uncertainty, to frustration. They react to rejection, to criticism, and to failure. But in doing so, they lose control over their lives. They allow external circumstances to govern their internal state. But the truth is, you don't have to be a victim to your emotions. You can choose how you respond. You can control your emotions instead of letting them control you. It begins with self-awareness, recognizing when emotions are running high and making the conscious decision to not act impulsively. It's about pausing before reacting, taking a breath, and choosing the response that aligns with your highest self. It's easy to let frustration derail your progress, to let fear of failure hold you back. But when you learn to master your emotions, you gain the power to move forward with purpose and clarity. You learn to take control of your life, not because you are unaffected by challenges, but because you choose to rise above them. As you continue on this journey, I want you to remember this. The greatest barrier to your success is not time. It's not the past. It's not the obstacles you face. The greatest barrier to your success is your own willingness to give up, to stop believing in yourself, to stop trusting your will. Success is not about being perfect. It's not about being the best from the start. It's about staying in the game, about showing up every single day, about putting in the work, even when no one is watching, and continuing to move forward step by step. And over time, that momentum will build, and you will become someone who doesn't just dream of success, but lives it. The key to becoming the person you've always wanted to be, the key to transforming your life, lies in this one simple truth. You must choose it. You must choose to act, to persevere, to believe that your future is not determined by the past, but by the decisions you make right now. The greatest gift you can give yourself is to never let age or time be an excuse. Your will is your greatest asset. It doesn't matter how old you are or what you've been through. What matters is your will to move forward, to change, to grow, and to create the life you desire. You are not bound by the limitations of time. You are limitless. You are powerful. And as long as you have the will to succeed, there is no dream too big, no challenge too great. So now, go forth with the knowledge that your time is now. Not tomorrow. Not in a year. Right now. Your will has the power to shape your life, to carve your path to success. And if you dare to believe in yourself and act upon that belief, nothing will be able to stop you. Age is not important. What matters is the will, and that will, my friend, is unstoppable. As you step forward into the future, you must embrace the power of momentum. Too often, we wait for the perfect time to act, thinking that everything must align perfectly before we take that first step. But the truth is, there is no such thing as the perfect moment. Perfection does not exist, only progress. The key to success is not in waiting for the ideal time, but in taking action, in building that momentum day by day, action by action. The beginning is always the hardest. The first step feels the heaviest, and the road ahead seems long and uncertain. But that's where the magic happens, the shift from thinking to doing. And once you take that first step, the next becomes easier, and then the one after that, until what once seemed impossible becomes a part of your reality. Momentum doesn't just keep you going, it propels you forward, even when the challenges feel insurmountable. And in this process, you will discover something extraordinary: your ability to adapt. Life will throw challenges at you. There will be obstacles you never saw coming, and there will be times when you feel like you've hit a wall. But here's where your will, your mindset, and your commitment will reveal their true power. Your ability to adapt in the face of adversity will be your greatest ally. Adaptability is not about changing who you are. It's about evolving with the circumstances, finding new ways to rise above, and refusing to be defeated by the difficulties that appear in your path. Life does not happen to you, it happens for you. And, quote, every experience, every lesson, every setback is an opportunity to adapt, to grow, and to get closer to the person you are destined to become. But it's not just about pushing through adversity. It's about learning to listen to. Listen to the whispers of your soul, the quiet urgings that guide you towards your purpose. When we are so focused on the external pressures, on the clock ticking, on comparing ourselves to others, we lose touch with the most powerful voice we possess, the voice within. The will is not just a tool for achieving success. It is a guide, a compass that points us in the direction of our truth. When you begin to listen to your inner voice, you stop seeking validation from the outside world. You stop measuring your worth by others' standards. Your value becomes intrinsic, rooted in your own beliefs, your own actions, and your own unwavering commitment to living a life true to yourself. And that's where real power lies. When you stop living for the expectations of others and start living for yourself. When you take full ownership of your decisions and actions. You free yourself from the chains of external judgment. You realize that the only approval you need is your own. The only validation that matters is the one you give yourself when you look in the mirror and know, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are doing the work, you are moving forward, and you are living with integrity. This is the essence of self-mastery. Self-mastery isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about getting up after every fall, learning from every mistake, and using each day as an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. It's about refusing to let your emotions control you, your circumstances define you, or your past limit your future. Self-mastery is knowing that you hold the reins of your life, and no matter how many times you stumble, you will always rise. You must choose each day to be better than you were yesterday. That's what makes the difference. Small, consistent actions, driven by the will to improve, build the foundation for monumental growth. There will be days when the road feels long, when the effort seems overwhelming, when doubt creeps in and threatens to steal your momentum. On those days, it's important to remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself that every step, every choice, every ounce of energy you invest is shaping the life you desire. You are in control. There is no external force that can hold you back unless you let it. No opinion, no circumstance, no situation is stronger than the power of your will to push forward. You may not always know exactly how the journey will unfold, but if you continue to take those steps, to stay committed, to be adaptable, and to listen to your inner voice, you will arrive at a destination that reflects your true potential. As you move forward, remember that success is not a destination but a journey. The destination is not a place, but a way of being. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. And the secret to that transformation lies within you, in the choices you make each day, and in the unshakable will to live a life that reflects your deepest purpose. And as you move through life, remember this: your will is not a fleeting force. It is the strongest thing about you. It is unyielding. It does not bend to time, to age, or to circumstances. The will, when harnessed, is the fire that will never burn out, the force that will push you forward even when all odds are against you. You do not age. You evolve. You do not slow down. You learn to accelerate. With the right will, you are unstoppable. So, as you continue your journey, understand this: age is not your enemy. Time is not your enemy. The only true enemy is the one within the one who tells you that you cannot, that you are too old, too late, too far gone. Reject that voice. Choose today, right now, to be the person who believes in their own power. Choose today to take the first step toward the life you deserve, and then keep going. Every day, take one more step, and then another, and another. And as you move forward with strength, with clarity, and with the full knowledge that your will is the key to everything you seek, you will realize that this is not just a journey of achievement. It is a journey of becoming. You are not just building success, you are building yourself. And with that will, that unwavering commitment to action, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stand in your way. Age is not important. What matters is the will. And with that will, you can shape your destiny, your future, and your very existence. As you step further into the life you are shaping, understand that the will is not just about exerting force. It's about the quiet power of persistence. It's about how, over time, those small, deliberate steps accumulate and create an unstoppable momentum. The world might tell you that you are defined by your circumstances, your age, or your past. But the truth is, your circumstances are just that, circumstances. They are not your definition. You define you. Your will defines you. Consider the moments when you've been knocked down, the moments when everything seemed to be crumbling around you, and yet you found the strength to rise. You found the courage to keep moving. Why? Because deep within you, there is a reservoir of power waiting to be tapped. And the more you tap into that reservoir, the more you realize it never runs dry. It is easy to forget that we have this inner strength when we are caught up in the noise of the world. The distractions, the comparisons, the judgments, they can cloud your vision and make you believe that what others think, what society deems as success, is what should define you. But the real question is, what do you think? What do you want to create in this world? The answers to those questions are where the true power lies. Your power, you are the creator of your own story. No one else holds the pen. No one else can dictate the plot. When you take responsibility for the direction of your life, when you accept that you are the author of your own destiny, you will realize that there are no limits but the ones you place on yourself. And while the road to greatness may seem long and the effort may seem exhausting, there is a truth that will carry you through. Growth is its own reward. Growth, not in the sense of merely acquiring more or gaining more, but in becoming more. In understanding your potential, in pushing past your self-imposed limits, and in realizing that the person you are becoming is more than capable of overcoming any obstacle. You see, time is a strange thing. It can be your ally or your adversary, depending on how you choose to use it. The choice is yours. You can either allow time to slip through your fingers like sand, watching life go by, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes, or you can grab hold of the present, the now, and use it to build something extraordinary. The past is over. The future has not yet arrived. But today is where you have the most power. There is no magic to success. There are no shortcuts. It is not about some secret formula that only the chosen few know. It is about the simple, unglamorous work of staying committed to your goals, to your values, to your dreams every single day. The secret is this. The work you do in silence, in those quiet, invisible moments, is what will eventually bring you to the light. It is in those moments that you build your foundation, one brick at a time. In the beginning, when the results are not immediately visible, it may feel like you are standing alone, like your efforts are invisible, like no one notices the sacrifice. But this is where the greatest work happens, the work that is unseen, the work that is purely for you. In those moments, when you feel the weight of doubt creeping in, remember that every step you take is a victory. Every small effort, no matter how unnoticed by the world, is an investment in your future. And when those around you start to take notice, when they see the results of your hard work, your unwavering commitment to your goals, they will be amazed. They will wonder how you did it. They will want to know your secret. And you will smile, because you will know the secret was never about a magical moment of inspiration or a burst of good fortune. The secret was in your will, the unwavering, relentless will to keep going, no matter what. This is the power of the will. It is not about the victories you win on the outside. It is about the victories you claim on the inside. It is about the person you become through the journey, the strength you build in the face of adversity, and the transformation that occurs when you decide to keep pushing, to keep striving, to never give up. Your journey is unique to you. It is not about comparing yourself to anyone else or measuring your progress against someone else's timeline. The only timeline that matters is yours. The only competition that matters is the one you have with yourself. You are not racing against anyone. You are running your own race. And the pace you set is yours alone to determine. You must be willing to trust in the process. There will be days when you feel lost, when the vision seems distant and the road unclear. But those days are part of the process. They are the moments that teach you patience, resilience, and fortitude. Trust that the work you are doing, the sacrifices you are making, the commitment you are investing, these are the things that will lead you to where you need to be. And remember this. The strength to keep going is not a strength you must find somewhere outside of yourself. It is already inside of you. It's been there all along. Your will is your greatest asset. It is what drives you forward, even when everything else says stop. It is what will keep you on course when you feel like quitting. It is the quiet, constant force that propels you to greatness. So, as you continue on this path, know this. You are never too old to start. It is never too late to begin. The will to change, to evolve, to grow it, knows no age, no boundaries. Your future is not determined by your past. It is determined by the decisions you make right now, in this very moment. And when you take control of your will, when you truly understand the power that lies within you, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that can stop you. You will move mountains. You will break through barriers. You will become the person you were always meant to be. Age is not your limitation. Time is not your enemy. Your will is your greatest ally. So, go ahead. Step into your power. Embrace your will. The world is waiting for you to show up, to live fully, to create the life you deserve. And remember, as long as you have the will to succeed, the best is yet to come. The journey ahead of you is not a straight line. It is not a path marked by guarantees or signs that always point you in the right direction. It's a winding road, filled with turns, unexpected detours, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. But here is the truth. It is only on this road, the one full of challenges and growth, that you will discover the depth of your strength. It is here, in the struggle, where your true potential is forged. Every challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger. Every obstacle is a chance to build your resolve. And every failure is a chance to learn and to rise again. The world does not ask you to be perfect. It asks you to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep believing, even when the path is unclear. This is where the true power of your will comes into play. It is in the moments of doubt, when the world tells you to give up, that your will must rise and declare that you will not be defeated. It is in those moments, when everything feels like it is falling apart, that you must remember, the most important thing is not how many times you fall, but how many times you rise. The more you rise, the more you become. Every rise builds upon the last, and soon you'll realize that you are no longer the same person you were when you began this journey. You've become someone stronger, someone wiser, someone who has learned the art of perseverance. You've become someone who knows that their will is all they need to continue forward. Understand this, you are not just chasing success. You are becoming the person who is worthy of that success. You are transforming into someone who has the resilience, the grit, the mindset, and the discipline to achieve everything they desire. Your transformation is the result of every small decision, every action, every moment you choose to keep going. And this transformation is not a matter of time, it is a matter of will. Your will is what empowers you to evolve, to outgrow your old self, and to become someone who is capable of reaching higher, doing more, and achieving greatness. It's the part of you that refuses to accept limitations, the part of you that pushes past excuses, past fears, and past doubts. It's the part of you that refuses to believe in failure. And it is the part of you that will see your dreams realized, not because of luck or circumstance, but because you chose to make them a reality. And here's the most beautiful part. When you step into the fullness of your potential, when you harness your will with full conviction, you inspire others to do the same. The world doesn't just need more success stories. It needs more people who live their truth, who embrace their will, and who relentlessly pursue their goals with no hesitation. You are one of those people. You are the spark that will light the fire in others simply by being who you are and doing the work you were always meant to do. So, as you continue forward, remember that you are not just building a life for yourself, you are paving the way for others to follow. You are showing the world what is possible when you harness the power of your will. You are proving that age, circumstances, and setbacks are nothing compared to the force of human will. In the end, it's not about how much time you have, but how you use it. It's not about how old you are, but how willing you are to create the life you've always wanted. The power to change, to grow, and to succeed has always been in your hands. Your will is your key to unlock every door and to shatter every ceiling that stands in your way. As you walk this path, remember that your journey is unique. There is no one like you, and no one can walk this road for you. But with your will as your guide, you will make it to the summit. There is no limit to what you can achieve. The only limits that exist are the ones you allow. Your will is boundless. It is your greatest gift, your greatest tool, and your most powerful ally. And so, let this be your reminder. Age is not your limitation. Time is not your enemy. The only thing that truly matters is the strength of your will. With that strength, you can conquer any obstacle, overcome any challenge, and create a life beyond your wildest dreams. The world is waiting for you to step into your power, to fully embrace who you are, and to let your will guide you to greatness. The time is now. The moment is yours. And with your will, you will achieve more than you ever thought possible.